Coming. Today I will try to do some maintenance on the front wheel parts which suffer severely from old age. First step is to remove the front wheel itself, which takes a bit of wiggling to remove the axle, especially as I forgot to loosen the clamp. Oops. Next is fiddling out the brake cable with its tricky parts. Then the axle of the front fork needs removing, which needs really a lot of wiggling because it's a very tight fit. I cut out most of the footage because the action is hidden behind my silly smog. Finally, I use the flat side of a wrench to add pulling force behind the axle head. Phew. Some closer inspection of the fork shows rust, and it seems as if the seal is assembled the wrong way. The sealing lip should face the intruder, namely dust coming from the outside in this case. A lot of rust has assembled on the various parts of the front fork, so I will clean it up and respray. And when I look at the brake plate, it also seems that it had been painted over one time, but now this paint is flaking away, and I will also respray this part. This hubcap seems to have seen better times also, so I think I will just clean it up and respray in silver spray, which nicely fits actually the rest of the wheel. The chrome has flaked off, but I don't think it makes sense to re-chrome that thing because it's really old and dirty. So some primer applied for a start. And here, ta-ta! The freshly painted parts, with some focusing problems unfortunately. Sorry for that. The bearings here feel very stiff, so I definitely have to take them out and clean them. I hope they are not broken. So this is how the distance ring looked when I pulled it out, full of dirt, so I really have to clean these bearings. Now I'll try to pry out the old seal in a not very professional way. So now I cleaned up the inside. It doesn't look perfect, but I think it's good enough to go. And also the bearings work quite nicely. So I've bought new seals and a new distancer, and it's important that they are assembled this way. I will try to pull the seal in with the very axle, and I've prepared some plates, some wooden plates to make it possible to pull them in that way. Lots of grease to go into the bearing. everything built in. A bit dirty still, but now it's feeling really smooth and nice. Time to go. Now the whole thing is ready. And sometimes people say, hey, that looks awfully deformed. Maybe it has got an accident. But actually that's the way it really is. And there must be probably a reason for this, which I don't know. I also noticed that the clamp couldn't work properly because this slot here was full of grit and dirt, so I cleaned it up. Maybe it needs some sort of protection. Now I applied a lot of heavy equipment, which hopefully makes the assembly easier. These two washers need to get in here and here. A lot of grease is of the essence. The axle should be tightened in such a way that the fork drops by itself slowly to 50 degrees. I think this is good enough. On the other side. Now we are sort of ready for action again. I also have to do a bit of a repaint job on the front mudguard, unfortunately, and I'm not a good painter. Let's see what happens. So this is what I came up with, and then my patience was running out. Nothing to write home about, but I keep it that way, and that's it. Now, final step, the brakes. A tiny, tiny bit of grease goes here because it's a moving part. And a very tiny bit goes here. And now reinstall the brakes themselves, which goes over here. Moving goes the other way around, so you would put in a screwdriver and lift it off over this flat here. It's important that this angle here is close to 90 degrees when the lever is fully pulled.
A damn fine cup of coffee.